Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. We don't have my headlamp. It's actually down. So you can see that color, right? I don't know whether it's okay, but we roll. So, guys, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we are gonna speak transfers. We're gonna speak Lautaro Martinez. Arsenal agreeing to pay that 70 million euros, but the player thinks otherwise. We're gonna speak about that. Fabrizio Romano has actually given us an update about Arsenal's next signings, and that is one of them is Granit Xhaka. Our next signings, one of them is Granit Xhaka. Do smash the like button. Do subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks everybody who has helped us get here, and of course let us continue getting the thing rolling. So make sure you do smash the like button, make sure you subscribe, and obviously let me know what you think about Arsenal transfers in the comments below. My question is easy. Would you love to see Lautaro Martinez at Arsenal? Is he the striker you would love to see at Arsenal? Answers are easy. Yes, Cossy, no Cossy. That's all I need. Down in the comments below. Do you think Lautaro Martinez is the striker Arsenal need? Does he fit into our system? Does he add something to us? Or we should stay with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang as the lead striker? Just comment with two words. Yes, Cossy, or no Cossy. And obviously, let's get the party started. So a couple of reports have been coming out this early morning around Lautaro Martinez and of course Arsenal's next signings. We start off with Fabrizio Romano. Now, Romano has tweeted and has put out a very, very big update on Manuel Locatelli as well as Granit Xhaka and Arsenal's next signings. According to Fabrizio, he says Arsenal is still focused on making more signings. That much we know from the man himself, David Onstein, as well as the damaged chef from Sky Sport. They have also confirmed that Arsenal are very much interested. Arsenal are so eager to get in the signing of to get in more signings in this summer, despite the fact that they have already signed in Ben White. That is what Sky tell us, and that's what the Athletic actually tell us. So according to Fabrizio, after signing in Ben White, after announcing Ben White yesterday, £50 million deal, Arsenal's next steps are Manuel Locatelli and Granit Xhaka. However, he's given us an update on Manuel Locatelli, and he said this deal is not progressing. There is no progress at the moment between Arsenal or between Arsenal or Juve or and Sassuolo. There is actually, the deal is stuck. Juve remain the priority. Juve lead the rest because the player wants to join them. But at the moment, there is no progress from Arsenal's side. So there is no good news for from Arsenal fans from that side of Manuel Locatelli. So he says this one, we don't have enough. We don't have a progress. It is still very, very difficult and very stuck. Like of course we said a couple of days ago. But what is interesting, Fabrizio also says Arsenal are now focusing on getting Granit Xhaka signing a new contract, and they believe Xhaka will be, they can convince Granit Xhaka to stay. I repeat that. Arsenal's focus is now giving Granit Xhaka a new contract, and they are convinced the player will stay. That much I reported in the last 24 hours. I've already reported about Granit Xhaka and the situation. I'll continue reporting about it. I'll continue telling you more updates as they come in. But at the moment, what we know is Arsenal want to give Granit Xhaka a longer contract with more money. They want to give him more years on his contract and more money. Lol. Lol, people, lol. But look, that is what's happening at the moment. Granit Xhaka set for a new contract. Arsenal are still very convinced they will convince the player. I've told you what happened last summer, was the likes that the players like Hector Bellerin and players like Granit Xhaka actually had a verbal agreement or had a mutual consent with the club that they will stay at the club in that summer and help the new manager. But they had an acceptance. They did have a consensus. They had an agreement that, you know what, you could leave next summer if you want. If you get a possible deal, you can leave. And now Arsenal is trying to, to turn its back on the consensus, on the consent. They're saying, you know what, how about we give you a new contract? How about we do give you more money? How does it sound? And look, for me, I think the players will stay. I think because you're giving them more, more money, you're giving them more years on their contracts, and obviously nobody wants to buy them. For Xhaka, it is only Roma. For Bellerin, it's only Inter. If they cannot actually take them, then they will definitely stay at Arsenal. But where is the loyalty to the fans? I will ask that question many times. Where is the loyalty of to the fans? Where is the loyalty to the fans who have seen Granit Xhaka perform at his worst? Where is the loyalty to the fans who have seen Hector Bellerin perform at his worst and feel they deserve better? And definitely we deserve better as Arsenal fans. But that is the update from Fabrizio Romano this early morning. I just wanted to let you know what the big man has tweeted and put out. Now, at the moment, we do have a big update from Sport Mediaset on Lautaro Martinez. Sport Mediaset are saying Lautaro Martinez has rejected the idea of moving to the Premier League or even Arsenal. Although Arsenal have agreed to pay 70 million euros for him, the player wants to move to Spain or stay in Italy. That is according to Sport Mediaset. They're saying Lautaro Martinez has rejected the idea of moving to Arsenal or even the Premier League. However, Arsenal had agreed to pay the 70 million euros for him in his contract. The player wants to move to Spain or stay in Italy. However, another update we do have, it's not from Sport Mediaset, shows that Inter Milan cannot rule out a move, an exit of for the player in this summer, and they're preparing they're preparing to replace him with Joaquin Correa from Lazio if a deal does go through. That is what we're talking about. Arsenal agreeing to pay 70 million euros for the man himself, Lautaro Martinez. Would you take Lautaro Martinez or do you take Maddison? I think that's the bigger question. That is the second question of the video. The first one was, do we need Lautaro Martinez? And the answer is yes, Cossy. The options are yes, Cossy, or no, Cossy. Down in the comments, let me know. But the second one is, would you splash the 70 million euros on Lautaro Martinez? More goals, less assists, or on James Maddison, more assists, less goals? Well, who do you want? Because with the difference between the two players is Lautaro is more of a striker. Is more of that kind of Kun Aguero type of player, or I should say I wanted to say Lionel Messi, but Messi's you don't want to compare any other players to Messi, do you? Okay, let's say let's say Lionel Messi, that kind of player. But Messi gets involved a lot in assisting. That's the problem. With Lautaro, he's gonna make some 7 assists, but more goals, around 16, 17 goals in a season. With James Maddison, it's gonna be around 10 goals and 9 assists, or 9 assists, or 11 assists and 8 goals. So that is where you have James Maddison. Who do you go for? Do you go for one that scores more goals, or do you go for one that actually creates more chances and creates more assists for the striking line? I mean, it's a little bit complicated. In my case, I would go for James Maddison. I'd go for James Maddison, because if I have Emile Smith-Rowe, Aubameyang, and Lacazette, then I just need a player like James Maddison to add that intent, to add that directness, to add that sharpness, to help us play at a sharper pace and penetrate through the opposition's opposition's defenses. But again, if you think about Lautaro Martinez, if Arsenal really pays 70 million for Lautaro Martinez, it would be another Alexis Sanchez. By the way, I think you could make another Alexis Sanchez, could make another Felipe Coutinho in this league. It's very, very good. He's so good. And so according to Sport Mediaset, Arsenal are more than prepared to pay that 70 million euros for the player. Do you agree? Should we be paying that much? 70 million euros. should we pay that much? My name is Cossy. Do smash a like on the video, do subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you very soon in the next one.